we start off with a fairly profitable business. It's got revenue of $100. It's got cost of goods sold of $60. So it's got a GP of $40, 40% GP, pretty good. Overheads maybe a nudge high at $27.50, but we've still got operating profit of $12.50 or 12.5%. So perfectly respectable numbers. After interest and tax, we're down to $9. So for a $100 sale, we should have an extra $9 at the end of the day. That's what we're saying. Now let's look at the cash flow impact. So we've modeled this first on a business with accounts receivable days of 30, inventory days of 90, accounts payable days of 90. So this is a business that has solid GP and very reasonable cash flow metrics. When it sells $100 of goods, it's going to invest $8.22 in accounts receivable. It's going to invest $16.03 in stock, but it's going to be offset by accounts payable increase of $16.03. So to sell $100 of products, which we know is going to end up with $9, we need working capital of $8.22. So we've got a surplus of 78 cents. So even with very healthy margins there, you can see in the short term, it's not generating huge amounts of cash. If we were going to make a change here to any one of those levers, whether that's GP or any of the working capital metrics, you can see what happens. So here we've kept all the debtor, inventory and credit days the same, but we've increased the cost of goods sold by 2.5%. So we've still got margin of 37.5%, still very respectable. We've still got, okay profit at 6.5% net profit. But with that change, we've now got a cash shortfall of $1.72 in the short term because of the extra investment in working capital that's going to be required. So if we take that a step further and go back to the original plan, we can actually get better GP by buying in bigger quantities, we've discovered. So we've discovered we can reduce our cost of goods sold by $1. So reduce that to 59%, increase our gross margin to 41%, increase our profit to $13.50 or 13.5%, and our net profit to 10%. However, to do so, we need to increase our inventory days to 120. That's going to require an extra $21.37 investment in inventory, which means that our total investment of working capital to get that sale was $13.56. And we've actually ended up with a shortfall of $3.56. So we've increased our profitability. We've got a great deal, but we still ended up with even less cash. And that just shows how important it is to focus not just on the P&L, but also on the balance sheet.